You grew up believing a very specific formula about human relationships. If you do more, you get more. More helpfulness, more availability, and a willingness to drop everything meant you would inevitably earn affection and respect. But look at the reality of how that strategy is playing out for you right now. You rearrange your schedule to accommodate other people, you constantly go out of your way, and in exchange, you are getting absolutely nothing in return. You are operating under a flawed model. In the economics of respect, hyper-availability actually destroys value. This chart illustrates exactly what happens when you give without limits. Continuous, unprompted acts of sacrifice quickly turn into expected background noise. As your supplied effort skyrockets, the perceived value of that effort is plummeting towards zero because it has simply become their norm. Oversupplying your energy does not make you an invaluable centerpiece in someone's life. It makes you a cheap, taken-for-granted commodity. Let me ask you a brutally honest question. If you completely stopped doing the work right now, would that relationship even still exist? Because there is a very real chance you aren't actually in a reciprocal relationship. You are just managing one entirely on your own. You are the one texting first. You plan the outings. And the moment something feels off, you are the one rushing in to fix the misunderstanding. In your mind, you are building a strong foundation. You think these actions prove your unwavering loyalty and show exactly how reliable you are as a friend or partner. But the other party does not see loyalty. When you are always chasing people to prove how kind you are broadcasting a needy, desperate search for external approval. You are doing all the heavy lifting, actively bankrupting your own peace of mind for an investment that yields absolutely zero respect. To fix this, you have to initiate a deliberate market correction. This is the pullback method, a strategy designed to artificially restrict access to your energy. Phase 1 starts with physical scarcity. You have to stop dropping everything at the very first ping on your phone, and you must refuse to rearrange your day just because someone else failed to plan theirs. Words and repeated explanations lose their meaning when boundaries aren't physically enforced. If you are repeating the same boundary over and over, stop explaining yourself. Let the physical consequences of your absence teach the lesson instead of your words. By making your time deliberately less accessible, you transform it from a free utility into a premium asset that commands appreciation. Restricting your physical time means nothing if you are still doing all the emotional heavy lifting. Phase 2 requires emotional scarcity. This means you stop playing emotional ping pong. You do not rush to defend yourself the second a misunderstanding happens, and you take a beat to think before reacting to someone else's bad mood. Think of your energy like a Michelin star kitchen. A master chef doesn't run out begging pedestrians to come inside and try the food. The doors are open, the food is excellent, but if you want a seat, you have to make a reservation. Displaying that kind of emotional steadiness, refusing to be yanked around by the shifting moods of others, earns massive respect. It speaks much louder than constantly explaining your feelings ever could. That brings us to phase 3, the chosen dynamic. There is a massive gap between being relied upon for what you provide and being appreciated for who you actually are. When you are the designated problem solver for everyone in your life, you become a reliable fallback option. You become the person they count on, but rarely the person they prioritize. To shift this dynamic, you must utilize the mechanics of empty space. By pulling back, you purposefully create a vacuum. This deliberate vacuum forces the other person to act. They must now actively invest their own effort to bridge the gap you left behind. It serves as a clear reminder that you have your own limits, and you are not just there to serve their purposes. By stepping back, you force others to intentionally make space for you. You elevate your status from a convenient commodity to a chosen luxury. Staying in the overgiver's trap carries a severe hidden cost: the erosion of your personal time, your internal peace of mind, and your baseline sense of self-worth. The pullback method is a strategic market correction for your interpersonal life, shifting the dynamic from constant accommodation to earned value. When you enforce this new equilibrium, you are met with a definitive binary outcome. The people in your life will either step up their investment to meet your newly established value, or they will be forced to step aside,
simply because they can no longer afford the cost of your time. Whichever choice they make, you win. By stopping the hustle and allowing things to flow, you reclaim your power through the quiet confidence of your own scarcity.